Hey there, folks. It is 11:55 a.m. 11:55 a.m. Hold this thing for a minute. Let it focus. 11:55 a.m. Friday, February 9th, 2018. This video is just going to call it coffee talk, something like that. Cheers. I've always tried to explain things to things that have happened in my life, because sometimes that gives you a little more depth. Those of you that have been listening for a while, you understand. You can relate to it. If someone tells you that when you're on a sailboat going through the sailing over the ocean, that there's waves, it can be dangerous and it feels good. But when someone describes to you what it's like to be on that ship, how the ship feels when it moves up and down and what goes on, excuse me, it helps bring you into the moment. Excuse me. So that's what I've tried to do. You all right, honey? Yeah, you mean what? Okay. Anyway, it helps you relate and gives yourself a chance to put yourself into someone else's shoes. Doesn't matter who it is. You're not trying to be that person, but to be in someone else's shoes or look through their eyes. You know, you can do this when you astral project, when you relax and meditate. Go back in time, go into back behind someone's head, and you can actually look to see what they saw. I've done everything I can to teach all about. I'm a great teacher. No, I'm not a good teacher, but I've done the best I can to help you, to feed you the information you need, to supply the input for you to do more for yourself, become yourselves. But anyway, by using an example, then you can put yourself in someone else's shoes, as if you're watching a movie or something, and you can get a better grasp. You get more intel. It allows you to help feel what was going on, which is a very important part of understanding. Excuse me. Those people that have been watching me a long time, this will be more relative to you than it would be other people just coming on here. It's important, but you know, as soon as I say important, people who don't know me will start thinking, oh, he thinks he's so important. Hey, my job's important. I don't matter. What matters is that you're delivered food. You go to a restaurant, you go to a cafeteria, someone behind it feeds you food. As long as the people don't look like, you know, they just walked out of a dumpster, you know, it's the person that was feeding you is not the important thing. The important thing is that you got a good meal. Excuse me. So you can, you know, I could be one of those people, but the idea is to offer you the situation that's easiest for you in a most relaxed situation, to see things for yourself. People, we use our abilities all day long, okay? I'm more than just completely awakened. I'm coming out of my body real hard. And the more you're yourself, the more you'll understand some of the stuff I'm telling you. There's no name tag on it that says J. This is a physical body with me inside, Arae. But it's a physical body with me inside. It's not what I actually am. I am inside what I actually am, but it's source. It's bonded with this body, and it's a separate entity. I was just given some what happened last night and this morning. Gave me a better understanding of that than I've ever had before. We had our Cobians, this other gentleman that he won't appreciate me saying this. He's like Serpoian, but a little more human-like face, a little even more human type look in his face. And I almost want to give him the nickname of Stinky because his natural body odor is strong. And when he's working on Deanna, she'll see things, but she's kept calm by those frequencies that they put out. Sometimes it looks like a little stick, a little wand with a crystal on the end. And it actually emits energy, sometimes crystal, sometimes not. But there's usually a crystal involved that has to do with the flow of energy outside of it. And they use those frequencies to put you to sleep. But Deanna, the rest of us, Source, we're really strong. It's hard to keep us down, asleep. So she smelled him again, and it was kind of funny. We were just talking about that, but and I had the Arcobian over here, a male gentleman, and he was working the upper part of my stomach, the valve there, and the valve at the lower end of my stomach. I've got polyps and stuff all through my body. It's COPD and other stuff. Call it what you want. I don't care. I'm just trying to give you a basic idea of what it is. Last night, or yesterday, it was about 3 o'clock. Those of you that know me, I've been talking for years now. Before the cirrhosis, my liver cirrhosis kicked in. I never looked like this. I'm literally a water balloon. My abdominal cavity, my abdomen, everything has grown so huge that it's putting pressure on my heart, which is already shot anyway. I've always had a huge, powerful, strong heart, but now it's what they call enlarged heart. I can see and feel blood softly, oozing through the walls. Anyway, didn't mean to get that far into depth. I always try to describe things as best as possible, and I don't know, sometimes I guess I go too far. But anyway, my head's all over the place. So anyway, 3 o'clock, 3 something yesterday, I was being told by all my spirit animal guides, some of them actually part of me inside. Well, part of me, but not inside the body. They're outside, but they're part of what I am. A couple Black Panthers are really strong. A few other parts of me that have been Black Panther. When the larger you are as spirit, and some of you are really huge, but the larger you are as spirit, the more parts of you tend to start developing their own focal points and moving away from the center. I have a lot of that going on. I was there the very first time there was life. Just something, whatever. First one to get on the bus, whatever. They were rushing the hell out of me. Just hurry up and get upstairs, go lay down, have a couple strong drinks to help you go to sleep and lay down. And I was already being made tired, but I could feel myself inside doing something else. Now, I've talked for a while about myself coming out of my body. There's a reason why I'm saying this. And like I said at the beginning, this is mostly for those people that have been watching me for years. There's some things I've been talking about is coming to a head. It's time for me to get out of here. Time for this body to drop. The body dies. Who you are inside is not. You are not the body. Okay? You are what's inside the body. Now, because I'm very powerful source spirit, my energy includes all the different frequencies that have ever been exposed physically, and that's not even half of what I am. If you take because of that, part of me actually bonds with the physical mass. If you take water from the bathroom and then water from someone's house, someone else's house, and you mix it together, or the sink, whatever, mix it together, it's going to come together as one, because there's similarities there. If you put a rock in water, it's going to stay a rock. I mean, over time it degrades. Don't even go there with me, okay? I'm making a point here. Things are different. They have different frequencies. Over time, the water will eventually wear down a rock, but in the meantime, as the rock wears down, it's still little pieces of the same thing. It never becomes part of the water unless it breaks down to a, atomic level or something, whatever. Anyway, here again, I'm going too far into something. I knew I had stuff to do. I knew I'd be leaving. I knew there'd be people coming in here. There's parts of myself, very strong parts, that a little over a year ago I started releasing. It was something that needed to be done. It's the real me inside that pushes part of it out, Well, I had stuff to do last night, and I did, and I still have all my energy. When I make up my mind to do something, it's going to happen. The strongest part of you, just like the strongest part of me, is what stays in that body until the very end. That's the strongest, most powerful, and most intelligent, more you than any other part of you that exists, is what stays in you to the end. I want to talk to you real quick about the Leo triplets, because that plays into what I'm about to talk about. And those of you that are, bored with this, turn it off. There's a select group of people that is going to take care of about 85% of the awakening on this planet. And these are people that I've dealt with. We were brought together for a reason. So, the Leo triplets, there's, I think at the moment we're aware of 23 different galaxies in the Leo constellation, but there's more. It's a lot more. Anyway, we can only see some of them. The three major parts of the Leo triplet are M66, M65, and another one called the Hamburger Galaxy, which is NGC 3628. I couldn't remember that, so I had to look it up just a while ago, and if it wasn't important for me to say, I'd never be able to remember it to say it now. Just tired. Anyway, so these places were built by Arae very, very, very long time ago. When planet Gaia, where Essence had lives in the very beginning, after she was destroyed, things calmed down for a while, and I literally cranked up a couple clusters, folks. When I say me, I'm not talking about this beat-up body. I'm talking about Arae. Arae's initial primary focal point is still himself. There's a lot I'd like to say, but it wouldn't be taken properly right now. And honestly, most of what I'm telling you is going to be a lot more important to other people later. It doesn't mean it's not important to you now, especially those people that have been listening to me a while. They know me, they understand me. They've had problems, and parts of my energy that's through the field actually physically got involved to protect them. I'm a thing, but you can't stop me. Nothing can. That's the important part. That's one part. The other part is that I'm about everything else, not myself. Lily's the same way. The Arae and Lillian energies. Anyway, spirits. So, trying to say this, M66 is literally the house that I built for Lily and I and our kids. Smaller parts of ourselves. We both gave up pieces of ourselves to create smaller ones. So those that are right in their heart, they'll be staying there with us. There's some over there now. Plus, it's the home of all animal essence. M65. The M65 star cluster is where all source beings will be meeting. And there's other folks that'll be in there too, but very few. All the key players that have the most understanding of what's going on will be there. And they're going to have an understanding of how we need to really do things. When I say we, how the strongest ones in creation and the most intelligent beings in creation are going to work together to talk about how to make things flow, and we're not going to have any problems. If any problem comes, no problem. There's Arae. Lily energy is loving mother. Arae is, this is the end of the line. So anyway, loving and compassion, yes. He's creation's Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. So remember, a hammer was initially created to build. Anyway, so NGC 36. So anyway, so that's M65. Okay, that's like council meetings where people get together and we talk about the importance of different things in creation, where we need to go. If Lily or Arae spirit sees something, they bring it up. Everyone talks about things. We get a feel of what's going on, and then we have our own thoughts that we put together as a unit about, issues that might come up. Something, problem here, problem there, that kind of thing. All right, now then the third, M66 happens to be the brightest cluster. I didn't know that till this morning. M65, not quite as bright. And then NGC 3628, also called the Hamburger Galaxy. That is literally going to be creation's new council, where this is how all of you run your own lives. Not while you're in the body, but as yourselves out of body, you run your own lives. You run how creation should be. None of you are children. How do I know that? Because I'm the oldest thing there is. Anyway, I'm not mad at any single person here. I'm really fed up with stuff on the other side. So anyway, all my animals, different parts of me, hammering me. Get the hell upstairs. Take 2 stiff drinks. It'll help knock you out. I don't have strong drinks either, but for me is what they were talking about. So I did. I didn't wake up till like 3-4 o'clock this morning. And then I got upstairs, went downstairs. I had a hard time. I was falling all over the place. I was wobbling. I couldn't concentrate, and I could feel part of myself being gone and out. And I couldn't function. So I went downstairs to turn the computer on a little bit, and then the first thing I was getting is everything saying, get the hell back upstairs. You know, who you are inside is busy, and then you're over here consciously trying to function, and you can't. None of us have a dual spirit core anymore. We don't have something else inside that can run us. That'll modify your astral projection, but it'll be cleaner and better and easier. Anyway, everything going, yeah. So anyway, then I went back to sleep and didn't wake up again until, I don't know, 7 o'clock or something. 7 something. 7:23 or something, whatever. I went back downstairs and started to slowly come back to life. I had, there's at NGC 3628 or the Hamburger Galaxy at M65 and M66, there's large parts of me now there, and they're staying there. I've already finished all, my consultations and crank-ups. I've only got a few weeks left before this body drops. It's pretty much run out of time, and that's something I've been seeing and feeling and had help with looking at for the last 3-4 days. So if I do any energy work, it's no problem. Even with more of that out of my body, I start it and it just goes. I have more power in my hands than I ever had before, but I feel it from outside. If I had to do anything strong, I'd relax, feel my energy inside, and then build up myself around it, goes through the field, and I can do whatever I want other than, throw a car or something like that. And I'm not here for that. I'm here to do my job and be forgotten. I'm not here to be put down in the whatever history books or something. I'm supposed to be a quiet phenomenon. So far I'm doing fine. I'll be a name on the books I wrote. So what? That's letters. Nothing will ever be made about anyone else again. It'll be made about everyone. The way it should have been in the beginning. Does that sound arrogant? I don't give a damn. It's the truth. When you get home, you'll know for yourself, but what matters the most to me, what really matters, is I do my job, and I'm done. Just about done. I might not finish that 3rd book in time, but I've set it up so it'll be okay if I don't. The last few chapters will be basic statements, and Deanna already knows to take care of that. And she'll put her name on the book too as one of the authors. She'll be finishing it for me. Anyway, back to the last night. Anyway, I just wanted y'all to know I'm closer to getting out of here, and I love the hell out of everyone and everything, and there's a lot of you out there I love, and I can't talk to you. And do me a favor, don't anyone email me for a consultation or something. I'll be dead soon. You do me a favor, give me 1/10 of the respect that I give you. Just don't ask for it. There's other people. Deanna's not doing consults right now. She's not going to do any till after I drop. She takes care of things. Hell, she's got to take me down to where they burn the bodies and say, Jay said he wants to be extra well done. What do you call that? Cremation. My bones and dust are being buried with turkeys. There's actually a couple assholes out there that said Jay doesn't even love animals. It's amazing what people say. It's amazing what spirit on the other side, so many idiots over there tell other people to say. Back to the spirit thing, those of you that know me and been a part of this for a long time, and you've seen, felt, heard, and know things for yourself. I was not happy when I got home. Then at NGC 3628, 3268, 3628, I think, and what the Hamburger Galaxy. Anyway, the third part of the Leo triplet. It's funny because I come to most people as a huge African lion. Anyway, I told him down there at NGC 3628 that to start having the right thought process, that some of them are running around, or floating around, whatever, running as spirit. You move freely, like idiots, like little children. No one's ever had to say so in anything. No one's ever done anything. There's spirit on the other side when it's brand new. I've explained this before. When two spirit halves come together, put their energies together and release part of themselves to become the individual spirits, or as an individual spirit, you can do that, release parts of yourself. These new pieces have your power level and intellectual ability, almost like a spiritual type DNA, but they do not have the knowledge built into them. When you're in a body, the body has DNA. It has certain characteristics, abilities. Maybe you'll be stronger, smarter, whatever, but the thing is, until you develop a knowledge base as that physical body, you don't have any understanding of what's going on. There are many similarities to what it's like out of body as to what there is in a body. They were told to quit being stupid anyway, and that's calmed down a little bit. Some stuff over there got deleted. There's an understanding of serious compassion that's taking charge, but also not going to put up with nothing. This is how it is. This is how it's going to be. You can comply, stay away, or die. 3 options. So anyway, that's also going to help me get out of here more easily. This thing with I've been saying for years about the ET coming in 2016. I was talking about them showing themselves more now. Excuse me. I found a way to make my last ET video better. So hopefully I'll be back on that in just a little bit today. I need to get that wrapped up. Also, folks, when I tell you about this ET video, it has no pictures of them walking through the house. It is what I told you. It's stuff that's on the internet. Plus, excuse me, just 1 minute. I got something to deal with. Bada boom. Okay, we're back. Kind of funny, huh? Talking about the idiots, and all of a sudden my throat's getting choked up by them. The original first being male and female ran everything. When I was talking earlier about things being stupid over there, from not having lives, just ignorant. But there's other stuff over there. A lot of people said, Jay, I'm looking at this spirit that's been around a long time. Maybe a soul, maybe essence. That goes way back. The essence had usually over a trillion lives. Right around a trillion, a little over a trillion lives before the souls were created. That's a pretty big head start. That's a lot of lives. You can learn a lot. But especially with the souls, or the new the new source, or they just, and new essence, they didn't have that all those lives, but some of them have had like none. The reason why is because the original first being male and female did everything. There's parts of Aramelius I love. Aramelius, not Aramelius. Aramelius was made of the frequencies of hope. And he just he wasn't very mathematically. He'd be so far beyond anything what we call a genius. Calculations and everything crazy. Okay, he incredibly strong. He was incredibly strong and powerful. But when it comes to understanding lives, he was stupid. He was ignorant. I say stupid because I tried to tell him and he wouldn't listen, so that became stupid. He kept following the thoughts of the other large source people out there. People wonder, how could he be like that? And I said, well, simple. Because he never did anything. The original first being, male and female, did everything. They always put people in the bodies, took them out. Well, the angels did taking them out most of the time. But most of these other people, they just float around. We go in the bodies so we can learn, develop ourselves, evolve. And your evolution is going to be smoother and much stronger than it's ever been before, but you're going to do it having less lives. I've talked to a lot of people about these new bodies, and again, they get concerned, and it's like, man, you don't understand. You think you're worried about not being able to feel someone. You can feel them better than you can't feel when you're in the body. You think you can touch someone and feel that? You think that's a big thing? Wait till you're out of your body. You don't have a body you have to go through. You're right in there. You feel everything. You feel every little pulse going through that energy, through the spirit, all of its energy. So, we might as well be wearing thick lead gloves trying to feel something when we're in a body. That's what it's like. So anyway, back to the issue, and I want to get out of, but it's important for some very important people to understand that. These people, remembering no one's any better than anyone else, these people have very important jobs. The change is already happening on the other side, stronger now. And what came out of me is not going back in. And things are arranged to where they need to be. So, I'm not down to days yet, but I'm running out of time. For me to be here a month would be funny. Anyway, so that's what's happening over there. That also gives some of y'all something to look at. RET family members are they're coming in here pretty strong. All my kids have left. They're out of the area. I was talking with Deanna about that a couple of days ago. They came in, we talked, said hi, and gave love, and had some other personal feelings for them, thoughts. Funny, some of the things I talk about, and people, they're not even aware of who they are, but I talk about things that most of them later on will understand. Everyone will understand once they have a body. Things have changed so much on the other side now. When you dump your physical body, the car you're in, and you get out, you're free again. You're going to have access to stuff you've never had access to before. And when the original first being male and female, when they floated by you, or you went near them, you had to put out the energy frequencies that were involved in bowing. That crap's over, man. That's a bunch of crap. But back to the spiritual foundation, the raccoon energy, real strong. My raccoon buddy. That's something for me to take care of later. Anyway, excuse me, that's just me. Anyway, It is such a struggle to keep going. Can't quite go yet. As soon as this body does drop, Deanna's closing down shop. She's going to open up for consults and stuff later. The scientists will be freed up to finish what they're doing. They will put on hold. They have most of their information and they just put on hold. They already understand what is. Then everything will come out after I'm out of here. But there's going to be, I'm sure, about a month or more. Once I drop, what Dan is going to have the shop closed. So, even right before I go, she might close up too. She might be closed March 1st for a while. But when she reopens, she'll have taken a little more time to put some of her stones on the market, and we have a lot. Dana knows how to build the spheres. Okay, she can build them no problem. All the stones here have my energy on them. My energy's not going. Part of me is literally soaked into this ground. That's why it was so important for me to keep this house. It has this property, my energy here, it has work to do. There'll be some form of source here for a long time. Dan is a new owner. There's all kinds of stuff that'll come out. I don't think she's got 20% of the inventory on the website. I know she doesn't. It's one thing I wanted to do too, is explain pendulums, how they work. It's your spirit guides moving your body. I'll explain that in detail later. But those of you that, in more detail, those of you that have been with me for a long time, I wanted you to know what's going on right now. And I wanted you to know, and for anyone else too, I wanted you to know where to go to find certain people you might be looking for, or find things you're looking for. Remember, the source field's everywhere. Okay. While I'm gone, about a month after I'm gone, while Diana has everything shut down, there's a lot of large, strong events that'll start occurring here, everywhere. But you're going to notice them here. You don't, mass populace. It's just barely to accept the fact there's a possibility of life elsewhere. That's funny. And like I was saying earlier, that their ships are going to be, they're going to start showing themselves. I said that in 2016. I said it in 2017 in videos. I said it publicly. Why? Because it's true. Every time I hold up that silly, what do you call it? Not iPad, it's Android tablet, and show you the date. It's to put all the videos I have in order, but also to give you a time when something happened. Later on, you'll see it was correct. There's no, with Nostradamus or something. No, there's a reason to listen to what I say, because this event and this timeline I spoke of matched. It was in the same vicinity. Everything's changing. The last place to change is right here. Third dimension. And those of you that I couldn't reach, I'll be talking to you all the time. Oh, Steve Lewandowski, thanks for the little gift you sent. Steve, you know, I'm going to take care of things when I'm gone, okay? Don't worry. I told you, and I will. As soon as I'm out of here. You've been through hell, and I'm going to fix that. Get you ready to do your job. It's a big one. So, I just got to help you relax and calm down because of what was done to you. To be as strong a telepath as you are and to be attacked by, have everything coming at you and you were literally made unable to be turned off. To where you couldn't turn the radio off, you had to keep listening to it. You went through hell, but that's all right, easily fixed. I just got to get out of here. And there's more and more of me out, so. Those of you that want to talk to me, just talk to me. You don't call up Deanna. Okay? You all that are already friends, fine, but people, don't be bugging Deanna. You want to talk to me? Talk to me. Just a part of me coming off of me, it's not that it's strong, but it's not my strongest parts by any means. It's the field that's everywhere. Talk to it. Relax, calm yourself down, like I've said in recent videos and stuff. When you relax and calm down, your wavelengths start to soften a little bit, and you literally stretch out into the field. If you think of your energy as a wavelength like this, when you relax, it goes away from being sharp, and it becomes more like a soft water wave, okay? And they soften and they stretch out a little bit. In book number 3, I've got the newest frequency and auric expression chart, and it's really explains different frequencies, what they look like and stuff. A lot of people think crystals are high vibration. They're not. They're something else, but they let other vibrations go through them while retaining a mirror image of it that can be seen. It's not mirror backwards, but it is like what we would consider a mirror image. A reflection is what I'm trying to say. But it stays in there. It's not backwards, it's straight on. It's a way to hold memory. That's why even some of your ET video, sci-fi things, they talk about crystals holding stuff. It's because they do. I don't go on a ship to see that. I don't need to. I see it inside the crystal. Anyway, this other ET video will be out. There's no live physical ET to look at. But I'm showing you where it's been caught, and I explain everything on it. So, and the way I explain it to you, I show it to you as it is, and what people might say, the reason why it's not something, I go ahead and bring it up and say why it is. They've been here forever. They got here before us, some of them. It's time for all this to come together. The Wicked Witch is dead. Witch and Warlock, whatever, male and female. It's time for everything to move forward. None of you are children. You're all very old, incredibly intelligent, and many of you are so well developed. And there's still a 5th wave of souls that are like new children that are going to need help. And as long as something doesn't go after something to abuse it or put it down, then y'all do whatever the hell you want. Everybody. That's freedom. Religions talk about free will. My ass. Anyway, whatever. So, I have no intentions, no expectations, excuse me, of this being a popular video. This is an important video for many of you that are here and waiting. You know I'm going to help you. You've seen me do that. You watch me, you feel me, you know what I am. It's getting ready to start. So I just want to explain what I just went through and ask people to stop asking for consultations and folks, don't bombard Deanna. You want to talk, Deanna's not going to take the time to do it. It's a dead end street, okay? She can't. She's got too much stuff to do. Sometimes people think we're doing nothing. It's incredible. Take the time to try to relax. And if you can't, don't worry about it. Wait 4 or 5 hours and try it again. And a week later, you're going to find out you're at least a third of the way there. And that's only in the case when you're really fired up. Taking full breaths, being in a quiet atmosphere, nature's really good, very helpful too. These bodies come from the earth. And when you're around nature, that's the earth and a life on her. It's quiet. I've told you for so many years, you're so much more than you've ever thought you could be. I want you to see yourself. I want you to appreciate yourself. And I want you to appreciate each other. And I want you to know that things are different. And they've already changed, but they're about to finish changing, and it will come here. This is what all of you should have had from the beginning. Oh, folks, love you, man. Take care and have a good one. And maybe try not to care too much about how other people look at you as how you feel about yourself. If you're doing what's right for you, you'll find yourself developing more self-respect. The more self-respect, the more worth you have, not just to yourself, but everyone you love. That's how change happens. Love you, man. Have a good one. Okay, just to be true to form, I thought I'd forget about a few things I had to say. Yeah, I can never stay right on track and right in my thought process, and right now it's worse. But there were some things I did forget to say that are important to, people. If you're still listening, chances are really good. A lot better than 90%. It's important to you. Otherwise you would have, what would you say, the old folks like me would say, hung up a long time ago, but you would have left the video a long time ago. There is a YouTube channel, The Spiritual Foundation, and I am putting videos that I've made before on there. If there's some kind of conflict with YouTube, I'll have to deal with that separately, but I want to tell you about some my head celestite that we have here. Celestite is a stone of understanding. Excuse me. And one reason it is, excuse me, it's amazing the stupidity of some spirit. Anyway, true to form, it'll be like that till I die. This stupid idiot's just messing with my head. They can touch your body, mess with you all the time. But anyway, celestite, the frequencies of it are calming. They soften and slow your frequencies just a little bit, smooth them out, to where, like when you go to meditate, that's what it does for you, and it helps you connect with the field. Now, I've taken 7 pieces of celestite that we have, and every stone that's in here, every stone that Deanna ever sells you from this property, any stone ever sold from this property, will have me in it. Whether I'm gone and the current stock I have here is gone, it doesn't matter. Everything here on this property is cranked up hard. I told you a while back, and I think in this last video, earlier in this video, that my energy's staying here. That's one reason why I had to spend, what, about $80,000 plus, over $80,000 to keep this property. Wow. We won't go there right now. Everything that comes in here, what I am, part of my actual spirit is embedded in the stone, just like it is all over Hawaii, especially Oahu. I'm here, I'm staying. But, so any stone that comes here is going to get cranked up whatever. What I wanted to tell you about is these certain crystals actually have, I just now cranked them up, but I put part of myself in there. That's like the field is combined. It's part of me that goes right into the field. The field part of me and part of me comes out and literally goes into you to help you find something you want to find in the field. That's what it's for. If you're erratic and all sporadic and stuff, folks, nothing's going to happen. If you can just be calm and relax, it's going to help you. Now, if you have a piece of tourmaline, black tourmaline, okay, a nice raw piece, a nice piece of some lapis lazuli, and then a nice piece of some rhodonite. Raw is great. Put them in your lap, in your pocket, big pieces, whatever. It'll help you with the stone, okay? Because it'll help get your body ready to where the stone will help you out. That's some raw lapis lazuli. Get quality stone. We have plenty here at thespiritualfoundation.com. Raw lapis, raw rhodonite, and some raw black tourmaline. That'll calm your body down, get you relaxed. It'll get you awake and going. And then using one of these pieces of celestite, whether it's small or large, doesn't matter. Any piece of celestite helps, period. And the stuff we have is cranked up. It's already got some of my energy in it. But what I did with these 7 stones, crystals, is different. I put some of myself in it, okay? Max, the real crystal skulls, if you ever get a hold of one of those, part of me is in there from a long time ago, okay? Now, these things go, these 7 pieces, and it's only 7, and in numerology, as it turns out, the field part of me was wanting 5, and I'm like, no, 7. And then after I finished, I just kind of looked at it, and 7 is the, in numerology, it's of spiritual knowledge. One other stone that'll really help you with this too is amethyst. Then one more would be citrine. Most of you have the frequencies of amethyst and or citrine going through the top of your crown coming out. Selenite's another one. It's high vibration. It's not necessary though. I want to show you some of these stones. There's only 7, okay? Anyway, this is a large egg-shaped one. I'm trying to get it where it can focus on there. That's one. Now, I'm not doing it anymore, okay? All you do is relax. You don't have to have other stones, but it helps. Just relax, calm down. Take one nice full breath and relax. And then take another 1, 2, 3 calm but full breaths and just relax. Now these first 3 are the large ones. Here's the other one. Okay. Now, when I put myself in there, I literally took myself and brought myself, made the action of coming out of the stone to come get a hold of you and slowly pull you into the field. That's the whole purpose for this. It's only 7 of them. I'm not doing any more. Here's another one. This one's got a crack in the head, an opening in the top of it, whatever. Deanna just said something. I don't know what it was. Here. A lot of the cameras go by facial recognition, so that's why I'm putting it near my head. Okay. Now, that's funny. Anyway, here's another piece. One of these has already been spoken for. I don't know who. But this is to show you what they look like, and you'll see pictures of them on the internet. At thespiritualfoundation.com, you'll see a picture, and what you see is going to be the exact crystal. There's only 7 of them. There's another one. Let's get a slightly smaller one up there. That should be plenty of time for the camera to focus and for you to get a look. Here's another one. This one piece, it's got a part of it over here. It's really deep, thick selenite. That one crystal coming out the side. It's nice. Okay. And one last one. This is a small little piece. So one piece doesn't look as pretty as the next. It's nice when stones, you know, are more attractive, but the energy inside is what you're really looking at. Some crystal, when you look at it, it might not be as pretty like some parts of crystal quartz that we've sold. You wet it, you look inside. When you wet it, it's like polishing the outside of it. You can see through it, and it's pretty darn clear. If you were to polish it, it'll be pretty clear. Even if the outside of it is a little busted up, and it's basically a clear stone, it's really going to flow. Not just the energy, but the frequencies that go through it. I need to do a video sometime, a rather thorough one about quartz crystal. We'll see if I got time to get it out. There's so much I want to do, and there's so little I'm going to be able to finish doing before I get out of here. Anyway, you will see those stones at on the Spiritual Foundation YouTube channel, and they're available now, but Deanna won't have the picture on there for a couple of days, but it'll be probably 24 hours before this video gets out anyway. So it'll right now there's no videos on the Spiritual Foundation channel, but there's about to be. Whew. Okay, folks, take care. Have a good one. Love you, man. Here we go again. Deanna got some more selenite. So you'll have some, you know, pocket pieces, something that's good, clear, strong selenite. You can see how the high vibration of it through its clarity, but they're just little pocket pieces. Here's one of them. These are all cranked up real hard. And this one here will be for sale. There's another one that we have right now that is going to stay here, but there's other pieces that are large. She'll eventually have them on there for sale. But selenite's good, strong stuff. Some of you that have a firm bed and bad backs, you have one. You don't need anything this big. You can have smaller pieces with you. That'll help you get through the night. I had a piece half this size. And back before I started blowing up into the human flesh balloon, water balloon, I put on my stomach and went to sleep. And when I in my bed, the mattress is like this, concave. And when I woke up, it was still right there. I mean, I slept great, 8 hours, and there it was, right on my chest. I hadn't moved. My back felt great, but yet I was actually making it rigid myself. Muscles weren't tired. It's really strong stuff. And we all have to have our sleep. You know, I've said at the beginning of this video about how I had slept from 3 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday to 3 o'clock in the morning today, and then was up for half an hour or something, 40 minutes or something, and then I went back to sleep. Didn't wake up till 7 something. Anyway, part of that's because I'm really sick and dying, but the other part was because what was going on, what I was involved doing. But the selenite will help you get a good night's sleep. I used to get, 3 to 5 hours sleep and I was good. But, it changes when your body's dying and when you get older, of course. But, hell, a month ago, I was still only doing a few hours sleep every night. Anyway, folks, doesn't matter. What does matter is that we have, Deanna has, I say we because it's in the house. Deanna has a ton of stone for you that'll really help you. You'll enjoy it. They're all very high quality. Every one of them is cranked up really hard. That's why it costs more. You can feel our stones, and then you feel stone from somewhere else. You'll feel a difference. That energy will always stay there, won't come out. Well, I've said it before. I think 4 times in this video. I'll say it again. Love you, man. Y'all take care. Have a good one.